Hi, JJ here from 22 Explosive Hits. I'm doing a contest. This is Record Talks contest where he wants us to show records or records that relate to all the continents. Kind of fun to do. Kind of had to stretch it a bit, but here goes. The first one is North America. So for the North America one, I just picked the KTEL release of 22 Explosive Hits. This is one from Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's also the signature record for my channel. So this is a North American KTEL release all the way. This has on it Candyman. It has Layla. It has Don't Pull Your Love by Hamilton, Joe Frank, and Reynolds. And again, I picked this record because it was from the year pretty close to the month actually that I was born that this record was released. So that's why I picked this one for North America. Then the next one is Latin America. And for Latin America, I kind of stretched it a little bit, but it's the best I could do. I have the Grateful Dead right here, the greatest hits of the Grateful Dead. They call it Skeletons from the Closet, but it's actually like the greatest hits. And this one has on it the tune Mexicali Blues. So that's from Mexico. And then, of course, I picked also James Taylor's Mexico tune as well for this continent. So that's what I picked for that one. And the next one I picked, I got Europe. I just went in my soundtracks, grabbed Yentl. Can't get any more Europe than this. This is pretty much where the story took place. Is like, and I believe it was even filmed in that area as well. So this is the Yentl soundtrack. Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you feel me? Yeah, the whole thing right here. All right. The next one is Africa. I have a bunch for Africa, so I thought I would show the bunch off. First one I have is Jewel of the Nile soundtrack. Obviously, this took place in Africa, the entire story, with them having the jewel, which actually turned out to be a person, but they had the jewel, and this has on it When the Going Gets Tough, the Tough Get Going by Billy Ocean, as well as The Freaks Come Out at Night. This is a sealed copy I got, and I don't think I've ever actually opened it yet. It's just still sitting on my soundtracks. I don't think I ever actually played it. Because, yeah, yep, no, I did play it. I played Freaks Come Out at Night, and then they had some other really cool African tunes on it as well. The next one from Africa I want to show, this is from '85, kind of a little outdated now, but it still was a cool group effort for Sun City. Sun City was a place that was near South Africa that asked entertainers to come to, kind of like a Las Vegas casino atmosphere, and a lot of the artists got together and said, no, we're not going to play there as long as apartheid is in place. It was organized by Little Steven from the East Street Band. So, of course, Bruce Springsteen's on here, Joey Ramone, Bono, just to name a few. They're all back here on the back here, the list. I mean, just to name a few, because I don't want to go down the whole list, but Pat Benatar, Jackson Brown, Clarence Clemens, Bob Dylan, Bob Geldof, Herbie Hancock, Stanley Jordan, John Oates, Run DMC, Scorpio, Ringo Starr, Peter Wolf, Bobby Womack. I mean, the list goes on and on. And this was produced by Little Steven and Arthur Baker. And in my opinion, of all those like group efforts that came out, this was probably one of my favorites actually. So this is a cool one to have. The next one, of course, is We Are the World, which was done by USA for Africa. And this one is actually really cool. I've shown this before on this copy that I have of the record. It actually has an order form in here to help feed the people in Africa. But you can buy these really cool 80s shirts if you want to check out those hairdos. Check out what they're wearing. It's pretty 80s to begin with, but yes, this all helps out the African starvation effort that they were supporting for USA for Africa. So I got that one for Africa. And what's really cool is for Japan, I just picked these up at a record show over the weekend, most of these. But these are Billy Joel Japanese pressings, and that's what I picked for Japan or Asia. So I have this one first, which is Billy Joel's Greatest Hits. Great find. I got it's on my one of the records at my turntable right now, and the sound and the clarity is just amazing on this pressing. So I'm really happy that I got it. And the other one that I have is Billy Joel, 52nd Street, another Japanese pressing of his stuff. His stuff is actually pretty rare to get, so it's pretty cool that I got these Japanese pressings. I'm kind of after a lot of this stuff because Well, he's my favorite. So I want to try to be a purist, kind of like Michael Pilmer is with Devo. And I have all the Billy Joel I possibly can have on vinyl. I do have everything possible on CD. The last one I want to show for Japan is a bootleg. The bootleg I have is Billy Joel and Elton John live in Japan. This was actually a pay-per-view special that aired only in Japan. There's also a video of this as well, but this is the audio recording, which actually is pretty decent, of the two of them. For this tour, though, in my opinion, even though I am a huge Billy fan, I think Elton did a better job overall with the performance and the live. Billy Joel sometimes, to me, especially I think it's because he hasn't made music since 1993, he kind of gets a little stale, in my opinion, when he starts to play, because I think he's played the same tunes over and over again, whereas Elton has a bigger catalog. I think he just takes life more fun. Maybe it's just that he's sober. I don't know, but I just tend to enjoy Elton more live than I do Billy. And even though I'm a huge Billy fan and I've seen him tons of times, I know all his stuff inside and out. I just think Elton in that particular tour does a better job. So the next one is Australia, and I tried to look for one of my daughter's Wiggles CDs. That's what I was after, because I thought they're the number one Australian band, but I don't have anything Wiggles anymore. Probably happened is I know I had the CDs, they were in the car at some point, but obviously now that they're 17 and 18, I don't have them. But I did grab the next best band, which is AC/DC, the Black Album, to represent Australia. This says Back in Black, Shoot to Thrill. Um, this one has You Shook Me All Night Long. Just a great record from start to finish. AC/DC, great stuff. Classic album, and that's probably what I would pick to represent Australia. And I think I mentioned this in the live chat, but I actually have a recording in my Plex of this concert, but I'll just use this album to represent. This is Metallica for Antarctica. There's actually a recorded show that they did in Antarctica in its entirety for all the people that are down there. They actually did a live recording, and they also performed a concert for them. It's kind of cool because it's in like one of those bubbles, like an observation bubble, and they actually performed down in Antarctica. So I was thinking either this or some penguin music that I might have, but this is what I decided to go with Chris instead. So that's my contest entry, and I just want to remind the vinyl community, let's bring each other up rather than bring each other down. Have a great day.